Today, I am going to make something very beneficial for our garden and planet. A simple, incredibly rewarding practice that gives compost tea directly to the roots while also turning your yard and kitchen waste into treasure and contributing to a more sustainable lifestyle. By the time it matures or fully decomposes, you'll have healthy compost ready to amend your soil. Remember, composting is a flexible process, so don't be afraid to experiment and find out what works best for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you need is a container. Find a container that has several holes. Or you can make your own by drilling holes on all sides. These holes are very important because they allow the earthworms and air to enter and the compost tea to come out. The compost tea will slowly seep out of the container and go directly into the soil near your plants, feeding them directly. Now, I will go to my backyard and select a good and convenient spot. Dig a hole big enough for you to bury your container. Once the hole is ready, put your container into the hole and gently add back the soil around it. Then gather your composting materials. Composting requires a mix of green or wet, nitrogen-rich, and brown or dry, carbon-rich, materials. Green includes kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, fruit rinds, and fresh plant materials. Browns can be dried leaves, straw, shredded cardboard, and paper. Aim for a balance, ideally a 3-to-1 ratio of browns to greens. Then, start filling or layering your compost bin with your carbon and nitrogen materials. Begin by layering a few inches of coarse brown materials like twigs and stems at the bottom of your bin to aid in drainage and aeration. Follow this with a layer of green materials like vegetable peels, fruit rinds, coffee grounds, and tea bags. You can also add crushed eggshells. Then next, put some compost or soil if you don't have compost yet. Alternate between layers of browns and greens, moistening or watering each layer as you go. Do not add meat, oil, or dairy products. They attract unwanted pests or critters. Chop, cut, or shred larger pieces to speed up decomposition. If you have earthworms on hand, add them to your compost so that they will break down the kitchen and yard waste easily. The earthworms will eat the waste and turn it into rich compost while their liquid waste mixes with water to make compost tea. This tea will slowly leak through the holes of the container and feed the roots of your nearby plants. Maintain moisture and aeration. Compost should be moist as a wrung-out sponge but not too soggy. Add water if it is too dry. Add more browns if it is too wet. Moisture and regular aeration are very important because they help everything break down properly and faster. Turn your compost every 1 week to introduce air and distribute moisture. Then cover your compost bin. This will keep mosquitoes and flies away and also keep some moisture inside. You don't want it completely sealed because worms and microbes still need a little air, but you also don't want it open for insects. After a month, you'll notice that the waste starts to go down as it gets eaten and broken down. That's a good sign, it means your earthworms are happy and busy. You can keep adding small amounts of waste once a week. In return, your plants will keep getting a steady supply of compost tea, which improves their growth, helps them fight off diseases, and gives them the strength to produce more flowers and fruits. Within a few months, your container will be full of finished compost, dark, crumbly, and rich in nutrients. You can now take it out and spread it all over your garden beds or incorporate it into your potting mix. This compost will make your soil healthy and will make your plants thrive. That's how you turn kitchen waste into liquid gold for your plants and solid gold for your soil. Try this method in your garden and see the results yourself. Composting is both an art and a science. So don't be discouraged if your first batch isn't perfect. With practice, you'll become more attuned to the needs of your compost pile and enjoy the rewards of rich homemade compost. Happy gardening! Thank you so much for watching.